Are you looking for the best automated espresso machines? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best espresso machines on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Mr. Coffee Programmable Espresso and Cappuccino Machine. This Mr. Coffee machine sits at a comfortable intersection where ease of use, automation, and affordability. It can extract a flavorful espresso from almost any beans and grind, and its milk reservoir will automatically mix a cappuccino or latte for you. This is basically a sturdier, better designed version of the Mr. Coffee Café Barista, our affordable pick, with a nicer portafilter basket that takes easy espresso pods and a larger milk reservoir that snaps in more firmly. Like the cheaper version, you have to load coffee into the portafilter basket and twist it on, use a fine grind and tamp it down with some pressure for the best taste, but the machine can mix a cappuccino or latte macchiato for you at the press of a button. It has 2 sizes of each and a manual mode that will just keep foaming or extracting espresso until you tell it to stop. On the downside, you'll need to clean the milk canister at least once a week. You can keep it in the fridge. It also won't extract quite as much rich espresso flavor as the Breville machines below, but it is a lot easier to use. One day, for fun, I put standard Maxwell House coffee into it. The result was definitely Maxwell House-like espresso, but it was still an acceptable Maxwell House espresso, good to the last drop. It pulls as nice an espresso as it can from almost anything. Number 2. Ninja Café Premier Series Espresso Machine, Drip Coffee Maker and Cold Brew Machine. I usually have mixed feelings on cooking equipment under the Ninja brand, but I gotta say, this machine is very impressive. It's a unique take on an automatic espresso machine, offering not only espresso-based cappuccinos and lattes but also drip coffee and cold brew. It somehow manages to also be extremely beginner-friendly, featuring an intuitive digital user interface. 2 non-pressurized baskets, a traditional double espresso basket or a deeper quad-size basket, tell the machine whether you're making an espresso or coffee-based beverage. Depending on your chosen drink, the Ninja Luxe will recommend the grind size on its display screen based on the previous drink's performance. Then comes possibly one of the most exciting aspects of the Ninja Luxe not offered in other espresso machines, an integrated coffee scale. Insert the portafilter underneath the conical burr grinder and the machine will dose out the perfect amount of coffee grounds. Drip coffee is made with a coarse coffee grind, and the cold brew is brewed similarly but at a slightly lower temperature. Most aspects of your drink manage to be customizable, from brewing temperature to drink volume. Milk and milk alternatives are frothed with an automatic steaming wand, which results in some seriously velvety foam. You can even froth cold foam. The Ninja Luxe is designed to ease the mental load of making good coffee, yet still, it took me several practices to finally dial in on a solid shot of espresso. Eventually, I was able to pour a tasteful shot, and then the drink options felt endless. Number 3. Breville Barista Pro Espresso Machine. The Breville Barista Pro is a coffeehouse in a box. The built-in pressure-activated conical burr grinder gives you fresh grounds however you like them, and the pressure gauge and options let you adjust the water temperature and shot amount. You have to froth your own milk, and the steam wand makes it easier than the competition, with a handle and the ability to tilt in any direction. It cleans itself, and you can get hot water from the machine to brew tea or make an Americano. Previously we recommended the Express model because it's cheaper, but it was also more difficult to use. The Pro has revamped the controls, and operating it is much simpler and more intuitive. All the accessories you need are included here, a stainless steel milk jug, magnetic tamp, trimming tool, and more. The Barista Pro isn't cheap, and it's probably overkill if you already own a burr grinder, but you'd be hard-pressed to find a sturdier, more authentic latte and cappuccino machine that doesn't cost thousands of dollars. Breville also makes a slightly pared-down version of the Bambino Plus, called the Bambino. It's nearly as capable as its more expensive sibling but lacks a manual brew button, and it's a bit lighter. That means you're essentially stuck with Breville's 1 and 2 shot settings. You can time your own espresso shots, but it's fiddly and requires holding one of the brew buttons. If you're not careful, that new shot timing can overwrite the original 1 or 2 shot setting. If you're only ever going to use the 1 or 2 shot options and don't really mind not being able to easily pull your espresso by hand, the Bambino is a great pick and saves you a bit of cash. Number 4. Café Affetto Automatic Espresso Machine. The Café Affetto is one of the few automated machines that we've enjoyed. Usually they come with a high price and some hassle. The Affetto features a built-in steaming wand, produces 20 bars of pump pressure to ensure your espresso is fully extracted, and is a slick little machine. It's very slim and fits comfortably on a small apartment countertop without having to rearrange everything. Because coffee production is automated, you just need to fill the water tank and put whole beans in the hopper, and you're good to go. You can brew 1 or 2 shots with just the press of a button, and there's a programmable button to create your favorite drinks, like an Americano with just the right amount of water. The milk frother does a lot of the work on its own. Just pour some of your favorite milk into the frothing pitcher, submerge the wand, and hit the steam button. If you're new to frothing milk, you don't even need to move the pitcher to produce a creamy and consistent microfoam. We tested the frother with dairy milk, oat milk, and soy milk. It produced soft and creamy cafe-grade froth each time. The Affetto is on the expensive side, and as an automated machine it can be finicky. Just make sure it's topped up with water and beans, and that you clean out the spent grounds container regularly, and it works like a dream. Number 5. Keurig K-Café K-Duo Single Serve Coffee, Latte, and Cappuccino Maker. We love this machine. It's the best Keurig we've used, 8 out of 10, Wired recommends, and has the best frother of any machine tested for this guide. Despite the fact that the K-Café doesn't technically make espresso shots, the K-Cup system doesn't put its grounds under any pressure, it still makes a delicious espresso-style 2-ounce shot that can taste almost as strong, though without the crema that you might desire. The real magic is the frother. It has 3 settings, cold, latte, and cappuccino, and froths milk to perfection with the tap of a button. When it's done, simply pour your milk with the spout on the side. The jug is made of stainless steel, and the plastic spinner comes right off, making cleanup as easy as a quick run under the faucet. It was so simple to use and clean that I sometimes frothed milk with it even when I used other machines to make my espresso. I liked it so much, I didn't even mind that the spout on the frother was designed for right-handed folks. This lefty was happy to adapt. While Keurig's single-use coffee pods used to be hard on recycling systems, they are now 100% recyclable. Unfortunately, the world's recycling infrastructure is in a bit of a crisis, so for guilt-free sipping, you're better off sticking with Keurig's reusable coffee filters. We suggest sticking to the branded ones, as we found the cheaper dupes to be unreliable.